Okay, isang magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Okay, so ito po yung aking tinatawag na own version ng Huling Bulong, no, sa crime detection and investigation, lalo na ito papalapit na ang inyong board exam. Okay. So, umpisahan na natin yung ating ah, final briefing, okay, when it comes to subject CDI. Okay. So, hindi po nawawala sa board exam yung definition ng criminal investigation, as we all know, ba? Ang criminal investigation, kapag criminal investigation po, hindi mawawala dito yung kanyang threefold aim. Okay, yung threefold aim o yung pinaka-objectives ng criminal investigation. Basta tandaan nyo lang dyan yung identify the perpetrator, locate the perpetrator, and provide evidence of his guilt beyond reasonable doubt. Okay? Pero kung ang tatanungin is the ultimate goal of criminal investigation, then you should go for the identity of the perpetrator. Okay? Identity or identify the perpetrator. Okay? O hindi rin nawawala sa katanungan, okay, is the methods. Methods of identifying the perpetrator. Okay. So, dito, tatandaan nyo dyan yung acronym na sinasabi ko sa inyo nung regular review, yung SEAC, diba, yung acronym na SEAC or ACE, whichever way na madali nyo maintindihan. Okay, so when we say SEAC, okay, yan po ang confession or admission. Andyan din po ang eyewitness. Andyan ang associative evidence. At nandyan din ang circumstantial evidence. Okay? Yung mga previous board exam question class, okay, lalo na nung August 2022, is pertaining to confession and admission. Okay? So, nung 2022, ang tanong doon is that situational. Inamin niya na sa kanya yung kutsilyo na pinangsaksak doon sa victim. Ano daw uri, okay, ano daw yung type of statement na ibinigay ng ating subject. Okay, is it confession or admission? Inamin niya na sa kanya yung kutsilyo, pero hindi niya inaamin na siya yung mismo nakapatay doon. Okay? So, yung statement ng subject natin falls only on admission. Okay, kasi sa admission, these are statement of facts. Okay? So, sinabi niya na sa kanya yung kutsilyo. Okay? But, in admission, there is no direct acknowledgement of guilt. Okay? Kaya admission lang yung kanyang statement. Kasi pag sinabi natin confession, this is not only a statement of fact, but this is a statement of guilt. Okay? So when we speak of statement of guilt, meron po itong direct acknowledgement of guilt. Mismong inaamin niya na siya ang gumawa ng krimen. Okay? So, ang confession po, when it comes to confession, meron tayong tinatawag na judicial and extrajudicial confession. Okay, right? Ang judicial confession, as we all already know, these are confession made in court, made inside court. Okay, samantalang extrajudicial confession, made naman outside the court. Okay, made outside court. Pag ang confession ay sinabi sa korte, ito po ay tatanggapin ng ating korte. It will become admissible. But when it comes to extrajudicial confession, meron po tayong tinitignan ng factor dyan bago siya maging admissible sa korte. Okay? If the extrajudicial confession is written, okay, sinulat, it is voluntarily given, okay, if it is signed by the confessant, and if it is signed, okay, in the presence of his or her counsel. Okay? In that way, extrajudicial confession may be admissible in court. Okay? Pero this is on case-to-case basis. Okay? Magiging admissible siya, okay, if it will be corroborated. Okay? If it will be corroborated with corpus delicti. Okay? Ayan. So, kung ang kaso ay murder, homicide, arson, o kaya any other forms of killing, okay, robbery, or theft, okay? So, the mere extrajudicial confession, okay, under this elements, written, voluntarily given, signed by the confessant, and signed in the presence of his or her counsel, magiging admissible lang siya if it is corroborated by corpus delicti. Okay? Ayan. Pero, yan, tinanong nung 2022, kapag ang extrajudicial confession daw na-acquire mo unlawfully, then automatic, it will not become admissible in court. Okay? Dahil meron po tayong tinatawag na exclusionary rule doctrine. Okay? Meron tayong tinatawag na exclusionary evidence rule. Okay? Exclusionary evidence rule. Okay? Kung saan, ang sabi dyan sa exclusionary evidence rule, yung ebidensya daw na nakuha unlawfully is not admissible in court. Pag sinabi nating unlawfully, okay, ito ay pwedeng nakuha because of unreasonable search and seizure, because of unlawful or illegal arrest, or maybe because of forced interrogation, okay, or pinwersa yung tao na umamin. Okay? So, yan po yung rule when it comes to extrajudicial confession. So, automatic, kapag nakuha mo yung extrajudicial confession unlawfully, then it will become inadmissible in court. Okay? Yan. Eyewitness, okay, kung ano yung nakita ng tao. Okay. Associative evidence, okay, suki din na tanong sa board exam. Okay, ang tatandaan nyo dyan is link the suspect. No? Saan? To the crime scene or to the victim itself. Pag sinabi nating link, it establishes connection. Okay? Establishes connection between the suspect to the crime scene. Okay? Yan. Yung circumstantial evidence naman, ito naman yung accumulation of two or more pieces of evidence that when you join it together, it will become sufficient, no, to form inference that a crime has been committed by a person to be arrested. Okay? So, yan po ang ating methods of identifying the perpetrator. Okay? Another na board exam topic, especially 2019, okay, 2021, 2022, okay, yung investigative process. Okay? Investigative process. Ano ba yung investigative processes natin? We have identification, diba? We have identification or identifying. We also have collecting. We also have preserving, evaluation, as well as presentation. Pag sinabi nating identifying, other term nito is recognition. Recognition of physical evidence. Okay? So tatandaan, kaya ang mga investigador, no, they are undergoing rigid training, okay? In order for them to be trained in recognizing physical evidence. Okay? So tinetrain sila ng mga forensic experts, okay, ng National Forensic Science Training Institute sa paghahanap ng mga ebidensya. And dapat yung mga ebidensya na to papasayan sa dalawang test of admissibility. Ano ba yung test of admissibility natin? Yun yung test on its relevancy and the test of its materiality. Okay, pag sinabi nating test of relevancy, kung ito bang mga pieces of evidence na nakolekta sa crime scene have relevance or connection with the crime in issue or the facts in issue. And another test is yung kanilang materiality. Kung ang mga ebidensya ba na nakuha sa crime scene ay nakuha lawfully or unlawfully. Kasi pag ito ay unlawfully acquired, then it will not become admissible in court. No? So dapat the evidence acquired must be lawfully taken. Okay? Lawfully collected. And so, upon recognizing the physical evidence, the next thing to do is collecting, okay, the pieces of evidence. So, before collecting the evidence, ino-observe muna dito yung principle na do not mock. Okay, do not mock. Ano ibig sabihin ng mock? Do not move, alter, or change any object at the crime scene unless it was being photographed. No? Hanggat hindi nakukuhanan ng photograph, ginawan mo ng crime scene sketch. Okay? And you have taken down it into your notes. Okay? So, isa ring board exam question na lumabas noong 2023, yung photography. Ang crime scene photography, meron pong tatlong view na ginagamit dyan. Okay, meron po tayong tinatawag na general view, meron tayong tinatawag na medium, okay, medium view, and meron din po tayong tinatawag na close up view. Ano po yung tanong? Okay, kapag ang tinanong is, it depicts the location of the crime scene or of the crime, that will be general view. No, it depicts the location of the crime. Okay? Kapag ka medium view naman, okay, tinatalakay nito or it depicts the details. No? It depicts the details. Depicts the details. So pag sinabing depicts, ibig sabihin niyang pinapakita yung detalye ng krimen. Okay? Details of crime. Kapag ang tinanong naman is it depicts sorry, baliktad, no? Sa medium view, it depicts the nature pala. Nature of the crime. Sa close-up view naman, it depicts the details. Depicts the details of the crime. Okay? So, nature. Ano ba yung nature ng crime? Is it homicidal ba? Is it suicidal? Is it natural? Or is it accidental? Pag sinabi naman natin close-up view, the details of the crime, okay, so pinipinpoint nito mabuti yung mga specific pieces of evidence na makikita sa crime scene that is related to the crime in issue. Okay, yan po yung mga kadalasang lalabas sa exam. At medium view, okay, nature of the crime, yan, lumabas na po yan sa board exam. 2023. Okay? Another board exam question, August 2022 naman. Tinanong yung crime scene sketch. Ang tanong doon is, it supplements. It supplement, okay, the crime scene photography. Okay, it supplements crime scene photography by showing exact, exact distances, okay, exact measurements of the distances, okay, measurement of the distances between pieces of evidence. Okay, yan po yung lumabas noong August 2022. It supplements the crime scene photography. Okay? So, notes, okay, napakasimple niyan. You will take down in your notes, no, the cardinal points of investigation. Okay? And then, preserving naman, okay, lumabas din po noong 2019, okay, the reason bakit pine-preserve ang ebidensya is to maintain, preserve, or protect, no, the um, integrity of evidence, para maprotektahan yung integrity. So when we speak of integrity, it depicts the physical and legal integrity of the evidence. Okay? So, question nung 2019 board exam, what is the best way or best method daw? Okay? So, what is the best method of preserving, okay, the integrity? Okay? Ano ba ang best method of preserving the integrity? Okay, so that is to observe the proper, okay, chain of custody. Okay? So, chain of custody. 2018 board exam question naman, lumabas yung chain of custody. Ano ba ang chain of custody? It refers to the number of persons who handle the physical evidence or the pieces of evidence. Okay? So, yan po ang lumabas. Next, evaluation naman po. Okay, dito naman ina-analyze ng investigator on case kung yung mga pieces of evidence na nakuha, yung mga testimony of the witnesses or the documentary evidence, okay, will stand or can stand prosecution and trial. Ano ibig sabihin yan? Kung pag sinampa mo ba yung kaso sa korte, makikitaan ba yan ng probable cause ni prosecutor? At pagdating sa trial, makikitaan ba yan ng proof beyond reasonable doubt? Okay? Yan. Yan yung inaalam during the evaluation. Okay? And presentation naman po, okay, it is the transmittal of the case, okay, in court. Transmittal, okay, parang referral. I-refer mo na yung kaso, yung mga reports, mga pieces of evidence na nakalap mo during your investigation doon sa korte. Okay? At lumabas noong 2019, alin daw dyan ang hindi kasali? Actually, lahat yan kasali. Okay? Yung una is recognition naman ang ginamit na term. Di ba? A, recognition. B, collecting. Okay? C, evaluation, or D, presentation. Okay, lahat sila kasali as investigative process. Pero ang tinutukoy natin dito yung kanilang pagkakaiba. Okay, saan ba ginagawa ang identifying or recognizing physical evidence? Usually sa crime scene. As well as yung collecting, syempre sa crime scene din yan. Okay? Preserving the pieces of evidence, the crime scene again. Okay, papunta sa crime laboratory. Evaluation, ganun pa rin sa crime scene. Ang hindi lang ang naiiba lang dito is yung presentation which is done in courtroom. Okay? So the answer to that question will be presentation. Okay? So, another board exam question previously na lumabas, okay, is yung tinatawag natin na surveillance. Pag sinabi natin surveillance, it is the discrete observation of person, places, and their criminal activities. Pag sinabi natin discrete plus pataguyan, okay, this is hidden or secret. Okay? So, ang surveillance po, merong tatlong uri yan. Okay? Two general types of surveillance or three general types of surveillance. One is that we have the so-called tailing or shadowing. Second one is the so-called casing or reconnaissance or tinatawag din sa field of operation as stake-out surveillance. And then last thing is the so-called undercover operation or tinatawag din naman na roping. Sa tailing or shadowing, papasok diyan yung one-man shadow, two-man shadow, okay, one-man shadow, we have the two-man shadow, we also have the three-man shadow, and lastly is yung leapfrog. Okay? So, one-man shadow, isa lang ang sumusunod. Two-man shadow, okay, para ma-prevent yung burnout, okay, kapag sinundan ni A si subject, okay, si A di diretso, si B ang susunod. Si three-man shadow naman, kadalasang ginagawa ito sa mga crowded area, okay, sa mga mararaming tao. Ang leapfrog method, ito yung lumabas sa exam, kung saan ang intention of conducting leapfrog is to the hideout, locate the hideout of the perpetrator. Okay? So, paano ba ginagawa ang leapfrog? Ang leapfrog, they are in a fixed location, okay? Because umaasa sila, fixed location lang sila kasi they are relying that the subject will follow, okay, the same route each day. Okay? So kasi na-establish na nila yung galaw ng subject. Kaya inaasahan nila na yung subject ay gagawin ng paulit-ulit, okay, yung kanilang routine sa araw-araw. Okay? So, another board exam question, lumabas ng 2022 as well as ng 2023. Okay? 2019 din. Okay? Kapag ang mga crimes na iniimbestigahan ay gambling, prostitution, infidelity of the spouse, okay, and then infidelity of the employees, okay, sale of illegal drugs, ano daw best method of surveillance na dapat gamitin. Okay? So, that is casing or reconnaissance or the so-called stakeout. Bakit ito? Kasi class, yung mga crimes na nabanggit natin, okay, isa ang determining factor diyan, okay, which is the place. Kasi wala naman sigurong nagsusugal ng malakihan sa kalsada. Wala naman sigurong nagbebenta ng illegal drugs sa SM, no? Meron pa silang stall. Wala naman sigurong ganon. Wala naman sigurong asawa na wala namang asawa na nagloloko, no, ng bababae na nandiyan sa public. Okay? So usually more on usually more on hiding, okay? So kailangan sila ay nagtatago, no, patago. Okay? Ganon din sa prostitution. Wala naman siguro nagbebenta ng laman sa kalsada. Okay? So kailangan meron niyang ah, place. Okay? Hidden place. So kapag ang subject of surveillance is the place, lugar. Okay? So the appropriate method of surveillance is phasing. Reconnaissance naman, ito yung counterpart sa military operation. Okay? And then we also termed it as stake out. Okay? So kapag undercover naman po, ayan, so ang minamanmanan dito is the criminal activities of, okay, the perpetrator or group. No, perpetrator or group. Okay?